Jarrod, thanks for doing this, mate. What a win at the weekend. I saw the performance was top draw. Yeah. I mean, what did you get so right?
I think everything.
Yeah.
I think it was one of those games where, you know, it's almost a bit of a free hit because no one expects us to do anything except us, I think. I think we knew that we obviously went there last year and won 2-0 as well. And we've played them at home and we've been nowhere near. I think this year we was like 4-0 down after 30 minutes. So, and that was, you know, credit to them for the quality that they are. They're obviously pushing for the title, and going there was going to be difficult. But like I just said, I think we got everything right in terms of without the ball, we knew we'd have to be so hard to play against and hard to break down. And what we've kind of been over the last few years, you know, really hard to play against. And I think everyone to a man just done it to like the highest level. And when you go there, you have to do that. You can't be below the level at all. And you have to stay focused in the game. They went down to 10 men, but even still, you know, they're going to be pushing for a winner. We're trying to equaliser. We're trying to hold on for the win. But everyone, like the players that came off the bench as well, all came on and played their part, and that was really, really pleasing to see.
You scored the winning goal and the 50th Premier League goal for West Ham. You know, it's a great really. You're hunting Michail Antonio's record down, 69 goals. I mean, your own form this season, Jarrod. How do you feel it's done?
No, I feel good. Ever since
it's been difficult at times.
It's been a difficult
change of manager. And but you've kept your levels up.
Yeah, no, I've tried to, and I think that's always been the thing for me. Try to consistently do well. You know, I had a really good season last year. Obviously, went to the Euros in the summer, coming back, and it was important to hit the ground running. And maybe not as much of the first half of the season. I don't think we was playing great, and then the manager changed, and it's obviously a new transition period with a new manager coming in now. Then I got injured, so a lot of things going on. But like I said, for me, it's just trying to keep at the levels that I know I can play to, and try and be a leader in my performances. And I think that's all I've tried to do. And obviously coming back from injuries, got a couple of goals now, which has been really good for me as an attacker. And there's still 12 games left of the season, so there's opportunities for us to win a few games, get back up higher in the table, and then for myself to try and score as many goals as possible.
Do you remember the last time I spoke to you about two and a half years ago? Come here and interviewed you, and you was asking about England, and I said, listen, it's coming. Like, now you're an England player. I mean, how have you enjoyed that experience?
No, it's been incredible. You know, playing for your country, and obviously had the honour last camp of actually scoring for my country, which was, I think, when you know, if my career was, I always think, you know, it's quite deep, but if my career was to finish tomorrow, what have I done? And I think the only thing missing was scoring for England.
Yeah.
So obviously last camp I wasn't selected in the squad, and then obviously a couple of injuries pulled out. So again, in football, sometimes you need a little bit of luck, a little bit of things to go your way. And I think when that phone call came, I think it was an opportunity to go there. And I think I said to my dad at the time, I said, there's an opportunity to score here. I don't think you look at it as, you know, you weren't called up in the first place. I think being called up in any situation for your country is an honour. So, and going there, the Ireland game obviously at Wembley as well. So, I think the main thing for me was scoring for my country. You know, I think I've got 14 caps now, and I never scored. So, to actually score was like probably a relief as well. You know, to just say that I've done it, I've scored for my country. So yeah, that was probably the main thing that I was waiting to tick off.
Yeah, I mean, I remember my first goal for England was a free kick, and I was so excited winning it. It was a winning goal, 2-1 against Serbia, and I'd come on for Beckham, so I scored the free kick, and I was only 21. I remember going into the dressing room afterwards, like trying to have a bit of banter with him, telling him, "Well, that's you off free kicks." Then, like, you know, and he was the captain.
Yeah. That's so, not a bad story, though, is it? Coming on for Becks and then scoring the winning goal. That's a good one.
But it's amazing.
Yeah,
scored,
no,
like, because as a kid, that's all you want to do. Play for England, score for England.
Yeah.
And I said, because I remember chatting to you, and I felt you're very humble character anyway. Do you know what I mean? But when I said to you, no, you could play for England. Like you sort of like you did obviously believed it, but I don't know. Sometimes I say that to players and they go, yeah, I know, but you still had that. What really could happen? And now, you know, you're there, you're doing it.
I think when you there was a bit of talk of it, you know, being called up, and I think once you get the call up, you're always like, when we spoke, I think it's before the call up, so I was probably a little bit like, I don't know, do you think I'm good enough to get the call up? Because I think until you get the call up, I think it gives you a little bit of confidence as well to know that you are good enough to play for England, and now it's down to you to go and show it. Then it's a different kind of transition period. But I think when we spoke, it was like I was probably a little bit fearful, like don't know if I'm good enough, don't know if I'm going to get there. But obviously, fast forward now, it's been real good journey.
Yeah, it's amazing, mate. I mean, talk about you're the captain now of the club, and you're. When I was a really young lad, got it, but you feel that responsibility, especially a club like West Ham, which is, I think people, because London's got so many massive clubs, West Ham, I think I'm right in saying it's the second most attended game in the Premier League because the stadium's so big, fans pack it out. Yeah, it's a big responsibility.
Yeah, no, it is, and when you look at some of the names that have captained this club as well, legends of this club. So it was a massive. The first and foremost, it was a massive honour to be named captain. Something that I never thought I would be captain. I know my personality. People think I'm quiet and I'm not like that. But I think away from football, that's my personality. Quiet and just keep myself to myself. But when it's football, when it's my job, I want to win. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to help the lads every single day. And I think I've really grew into that role. Of course, when you start something, it's new. You don't really understand, not almost what to do, but being a captain. And I think the main thing for me was just trying to be me and do what I've done for the past 5 years since I've been here. That's got me to be given this opportunity anyway. And I think I've just continued that from the start of the season. And I think his role as captain as well, when things aren't going so well, you're the one to take the blame. And, I enjoy that because it takes the pressure off the lads. I'm big enough to take the criticism, take the responsibility and try and change that every week. Try and, help the lads as much as we can and try and be a leader on the pitch, off the pitch as well.
Do you still have to sort out the tickets now for the game? Was that something
there's been a few different things that
lads like, I need free.
Yeah. And then, someone's like, we've only got 40 tickets. And then someone's going, well, I need 3. Well, I need 6. And then I just go, right, you can have mine. Someone else have it. But no, we've got a good team here, to be fair, that we work together every day and a lot of challenges. But
there's more people helping you.
Yeah.
I had the tickets and and I was still the youngest in the squad. And then the lads were on me.
Yeah.
Just take them.
Yeah, just have the tickets and do what you want. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you had your first long-term injury. Lopetegui lost his job. I mean, how frustrating was that watching that from the sideline, that experience?
Yeah, no, it was, Lopetegui, we were just speaking about being captain, he made me captain. So obviously losing him was, a difficult time because in football, there's obviously so much change and, managers are the ones that get changed more than, players. So it was difficult because I had a really good relationship with him. Like I said, he gave me the honour of being captain. So seeing him leave, was difficult. And then even when the new manager came in, I was injured for 5 weeks. I remember my first conversation with him. I said, "I'm no good to you right now. I'm on the treatment bed." But I think for me, it was just that injury was just a little bit annoying. You just when you start, I think we beat Southampton away, where we won 1-0 just after Christmas, and we had a few games coming up that was really good opportunities, to get back up into the table. But being out for, I think it was 5 weeks I was out, was frustrating, but tried to work as quickly as possible. And again then my role in the team as captain then was just trying to help the lads build a relationship with the new manager, try and be the voice in and around the changing room and listen to everyone's point of view. The manager's got new ideas, so I think it was important for me to be in the meetings even though I wasn't playing, and kind of helping the lads as much as possible. Match day, the same thing. The manager now is 6 weeks in, I think. Obviously, we've had a new transition, a new change, new voice, and sometimes it can shake things up. And I think we've had definitely different performances since he's been in. Obviously, gone to Arsenal on the weekend and won 1-0, and we got another game on Thursday to back that up. I think Thursday's probably a different game for us. People probably expect us to win, so. Now it's almost us taking that pressure of going, right, we're expected to win here, but we respect Leicester as a team, but it's a different mindset to Arsenal. We went away there, we knew it was going to be a different type of game on Thursday. Now we have to go in knowing that we're probably going to be favourites, but we have to back that up with a performance, and like we done on Saturday. I think Saturday's the benchmark.
Yeah, you have to I thought you was excellent on the ball against us, but off the ball was the best I've seen the team in a long time. So you need to keep that aspect of the game, but also you're going to be at home. You're going to have to take the ball, which I think we've got the players for now.
Yeah.
You know, I want to ask you about Graham Potter because, he was out of the job for a long time after Chelsea. So he's probably, I know he'd had offers of going to other big clubs.
Yeah.
And West Ham just felt right. I'm thinking of it like this, Jarrod. I'm thinking, you've got senior players like yourself, top players, and then you've got these group of young players coming in. Graham Potter's probably I thought at the time, was the right man to take the club now and mould this new generation, because there's some great young players here, isn't there?
Yeah, and like you said, I felt the manager just felt right for the club, for the whole environment, the culture of the club and everything. It felt right. So, and like you said, the young guys coming through, you'll know better than anyone. Players coming through this club, the names that reel off. It's what this club's been about for so many years, and to see obviously Ollie get his opportunities since he's been in. Obviously Lewis Orford, Caelan Casey as well. Players that are, always young lads are always looked at. Can they do it? But until they get their opportunity to show it, no one knows.
And don't know.
All of them since they've been here have all taken their opportunity. Obviously Lewis Guilherme as well. He's Brazilian, but he's still only 18. He's come all the way from Brazil over here, and that's never easy. But again, him when he's had his opportunities, he's really looked impressive as well. And sometimes the manager comes in and gives those young lads the opportunity which they need, and young lads are chomping at the bit to get their minutes. And as soon as they come on, they understand that young lads know what it takes to play for this club. And talking about obviously the game on the weekend, Ollie got man of the match, and there's full credit to him how he's been every single day. Since he's been in around with the first team, and the lads have really took to him. He really takes to the lads as well. He always wants to learn, always wants to improve, and such a good guy with it as well. Honest, hard-working, as all of them are. So for me, to be captain and see like the young lads coming through and getting their opportunities is really nice to see.
Yeah, it's what the club's been built on. I'm just thinking, what's he done, Graham Potter? Not different, but what has he brought to this? He seems to have brought a sense of calmness around the players. And the more of I don't like when managers leave and you say, well, what have they done better? They just he seems to have brought a calmness, and there's more structure. The lads are taking it on board. Yeah, no, definitely, and he's a really calm character and a real, good man manager as well. That will speak to the lads. It's always difficult talking about a new manager when an old manager's been, as if to say he does this, he doesn't. The old manager was great as well, but I think the manager's come in, gave that calmness like you said, and we've changed the structure a little bit. We've gone with a 5 at the back a lot of the times, 3 at the back, and it's just different ideas that the lads are listening to every single day, and obviously performances help with that confidence to carry on. And there've been a couple of games this year since he's been where we haven't got results, and we've actually been okay in the game. I think the Villa game in the FA Cup, which was his first game, he came in on the Thursday, we played on the Friday, and I thought for the first half the lads were excellent, and we had a couple of injuries and obviously lost a bit of the structure. But for the lads to pick it up that quickly from him coming in, 24 hours later you're playing a game, it was good to see. And I think we've just been working every single day, and obviously some games aren't going to be perfect. We know that. It's the Premier League, how difficult it is. Some games are going to cause you, like the Brentford game at home, we weren't at the levels where we needed to be. And I think one thing we took from that was we had an honest conversation as a group after that and said, look at especially the first half against Brentford, we were really below the levels. Could have been 3-0 down. They had 2 goals disallowed. And then, fast forward a week to Arsenal is more the standards that we want to set of ourselves and the level that we need to reach every single game. Not just for Arsenal away. We have to do that for every single game now going into the end of the season, because like I said earlier, there's still a lot of games left to be played. We needed a few wins in a row, and then you can go right back up at the table, and then it makes the end of the season really interesting. Then. Yeah, but this is a massive game because, like you said, you're expected to win. Leicester on a bad run, but you still got to perform.
Yeah.
So, what is the club's aim for the remainder of the season? Because of the last 3 years, Jarrod, it's been like a dream, honestly, for West Ham fans. I told my pal I'm coming to. He's a lifelong West Ham fan. So tell him you're his favourite West Ham player. This is a grown 45-year-old man. So the last 3 years, your team is held up in such high esteem.
Yeah.
So the fans want to get back there. I mean, what's the aim for the remainder of the season?
I think a consistency level is one really big thing. You know, we've won on Saturday now. Like we just said, we have to go and back that up on Thursday with a good performance. You know, we went to Leicester in December when it was Van Nistelrooy's first game in charge, and we lost the game 3-1. Yeah. So, you know, we know that they're a really good side and can cause us problems. So we have to be ready for that. But then, you know, in the same breath, we're playing at home on the back of a really good result. We know what the atmosphere we can create. And we have to use all that to our advantage. We have to make them know that we're the home team, as stupid as that sounds. But we have to, you know, be on the front foot, obviously or not all game because it's difficult, but for the majority of the game, we have to take control of the game and put in a really good performance. And then I think we have a break for 10, 12 days until we play Newcastle and Everton before international break. So I think consistency of consistently winning games and putting in good performances. I think we've had a couple of games this year where we've won one game, then the next game we've lost the game and been a really poor performance. So I think, you know, for me speaking, it would be consistency of, you know, backing up the results and the performances that we do, because that will give us a really good chance coming to the end of the season. Yeah,
well, I think it's looking up. The club, like you said, the club's based on bringing young players through. Yeah. They've got exciting young attacking players, yourself, Kudos and the lads. So I think we can kick on there and do great.
Yeah, so, no, we have to.
Yeah. Well, thanks
good to speak to you, mate.
Good to speak to you.
I'll see you Thursday.
See you Thursday.
See you there.